2-0 in the standings. Both of them are tied for first place. After this, one of them will not be in first place. The other one will be kicked down to middle of the pack thus far. And we have the last couple of bands coming through. I cannot wait to actually see this game come out because TDE and Requiem are both pretty insane. Kog'Maw, first pick, not surprised. What do you think, Masago?
I have recently played against a Kog'Maw, and I just realized how broken he is, especially when he builds all his items. He just sits down, and you're dead. That's it. You're just dead.
Yep, he just picked up the Kog'Maw first pick, so no surprise there. It's up, first pick it. You have that little mini bug turret, whatever you want to call him, but Mundo and Morgana seem to be the fair trade that Requiem want for that. Mundo being a super tank can kind of deal with, I guess, a Kog'Maw, especially earlier. And the Lulu, this is literally a standard protect the Kog'Maw comp. At this point, you need to think, how do we beat a Kog'Maw comp? But I can't go into this thinking that Requiem didn't have a plan. Requiem knew if they left Kog'Maw up, it was going to get picked. So, I have to give this to Requiem because they have to have a plan.
Yeah, I'm... Just look at this. They already have the Lulu, they have the Braum. What I can see coming up next would be even more, like, just stupid tanks that I could probably see... let's see here. What the hell was that?
I don't know. What the hell was that?
This is very unprofessional, but I just looked to my left and my entire window just lit up. And it was, like, it's dark. And it's just completely lit up, like a sunny day. I'm just like, what the hell?
I don't know, bro. It's got to be a secret. Well,
alright. Okay then, well, now we're just looking at... Now I can, instead of just assuming what's coming next, I can be able to see it. Alright, but look at the other side. They picked up Elise and Jinx, and Mundo. Elise and Mundo are going to hopefully be able to get into the back line, hopefully get to that Kog'Maw.
Interesting.
I understand that. Nope, I understand that. She puts down her ultimate. Kog'Maw just sits in the ultimate saying, "Oh hey Mundo, you tanky? Oh well, I don't die."
I actually really like the Kindred because, like you said, it's just another way of keeping Kog'Maw alive. And every extra second Kog'Maw is alive is, has the potential of just going horribly wrong for your team. So that extra 2 seconds, 3 seconds of Kog'Maw being alive from that ultimate, and another kill. Wow. Wow.
Kog'Maw is never gonna die. Unless he is stupid and gets out by himself, he is never gonna die.
That is huge, actually. The Kale and the Kindred ultimates are gonna be like 5-6 seconds of just not dying for this Kog'Maw, and 6 seconds of just free attacks is gonna be insane amount of damage. So what Requiem has to do here is they have to get either a pick or they have to kite back where these guys are placing. Once Kindred places their ultimate, you have to get the hell out of there. You have to kite back, deal with it, and kind of bait out these ultimates before anything. But the Galio gets locked in. Holy toe freaking Lido. A Galio is picked.
I've not seen a Galio played in... I've actually never seen a Galio played.
Really?
And the only time I think I've ever seen Galio was in Earth.
I think you're right. Same thing for me. I've seen it maybe once or twice, but a Galio is locked in for Team Requiem here. That is so cool. I am so excited to see this Requiem. I kind of see what their idea is now. But
yeah,
we'll have
get the
to
taunt
see.
And try to cancel out the him constantly attacking you.
We'll have to see how this goes.
I'm hoping for it to go well.
I mean, at first glance, this goes 100% to Team Digital Esports just because they have so much stupid protection on Kog'Maw. Not to mention Kale and Kindred have pretty good damage as well. But then you look at the comp on Requiem's side is they have a Mundo. Mundo goes where he pleases. That's his tagline. He does whatever he wants. Elise is insane at picks. If she gets that cocoon, you're pretty much donezo. Galio, innately tanky. He has his MR passive, as well as that AoE taunt from his ultimate. So that could be a big team fight turn where Kog'Maw is just dealing with that. I'm not necessarily where the potential for counterplay here is, but also the Jinx down in the bot lane. I think they're going to look to punish this Kog'Maw a lot. So we'll have to see how this laning phase goes, because quite honestly, I have never seen a Galio into a Kayle matchup, and I think the Jinx Morgana will just harass this Kog'Maw in the bot lane. We'll have to see how ADC Navajo and Awesome Build can deal with this, because if they can put Nutrix and blow me bot lane on the back foot, they can easily take this game.
Oh yeah, like the entire comp for a TDE is to protect the Kog'Maw, but if Kog'Maw never gets fed, then the whole comp might go down the drain.
It's possible. I mean, still, Kog'Maw will eventually reach critical mass once he gets his Ginsus, his Rageblade, or his Ginsus, his Runans, and his Bork. He will reach that point eventually, unless you don't ever let him get there and end the game about 20 minutes in. So we'll have to see how Requiem play this out and how strong they are just in their laning phase, because this team comp coming out of Team Digital Esports is just... it's not even fun to play against, in all honesty.
That's true. It's more what... You remember how Riot tagged York as anti-fun?
Yep.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about Kog'Maw.
Yeah. Yep, right here it is an anti-fun comp coming out of Team Digital Esports. 100% anti-fun.
I think Galio was tagged as anti-fun. I think Kayle was tagged as anti-fun. I'm just saying, like, this is just gonna be an anti-fun game.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more frustrating than blowing everything on a target and just them not dying, you know? So we'll have to see.
Not only that, Kayle's ultimate is, she puts down, she's invulnerable to everything. If it's a perfect timing Kayle ult, everything you just blew on her, it had no effect whatsoever. She didn't even get low.
Well, the whole proper play style of a Kayle is you want to ult before the damage comes out, because you blow those cooldowns, you blow that burst, you blow their load, if you will. You want to do that before all of it.
Hot lane.
Yes, exactly. You want it all to happen before the actual fight happens, so they have no more cooldowns, they have no more bursts. So, if this Kayle plays properly, I expect that to be the case, but we'll have to see how she does. I'm going to pause the music because we don't need any more of it currently. As we're into the load screen with Team Digital Esports versus Requiem, who do you think's going to win? I'll post it in the new poll. We got TDE and versus REQ. Or RQM, rather.
I wish there was a way to make mine private so no one sees what I'm going to be voting for.
Yeah, right? It makes it difficult, but either way, we got the poll open. Who is going to win? Exclamation point vote RQM for Requiem. Exclamation point vote TDE for Team Digital Esports. So, who do we feel like who's going to win? Who's got the better comp? Who has the better players? And we'll get to see as we load onto the Rift. What?
You know what?
What?
I'm going to give it to the side of Digital Esports just because they have one extra skin.
Really?
Requiem only has 2.
That's your decision making right now?
That's my decision. That's my decision making.
Alright, well, you know what? I cannot agree with that statement, unfortunately. And I will probably have to go with Requiem. But, honestly, either side could get it. Depending upon who plays the comp properly. We'll have to see. Vote for RQM. So, votes. Bam. You can still vote as the game is going on. We can look at it at the end to see if you were correct. But now we are on to the Rift, 30 seconds in for the match of the day between Team Digital Esports and Requiem.
So we're about to find out who's going to be the Immortals and who's going to be the TSM.
Yeah, well, TSM isn't even, you know...
TSM, I think, is number 2 right now.
Nah, Cloud9 and CLG are. TSM are level 3. Or number 3.
Okay.
I haven't watched C9, C9, C9.
Hey, well, You know what? Another reason? I'm gonna give it to TDE because they're going to be the immortals with the sheer amount of not dying abilities they
You
have.
know what? That's actually a pretty good reason. I'll give you that. I do think right now, honestly, that Requiem have the better bot lane, which is why I gave it to Requiem. I think ADC Navajo and Awesome Bill are just a better bot lane. We'll have to see the top lane and mid lane with this Galio. I honestly have no clue what to think of this Galio because, in all of my training for this shoutcasting whatnot that I do, this Galio is not one of my priorities, to say the least.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be the immature one now. I'm gonna use my phone, but I have this nice little handy app that I can pull up a champion. Oh, it crashed. I can pull up a champion, and and I'll be able to look. I believe at all of their stats. Let's see. Where are you at?
Let's look at Galio. I'm curious to see. Oh, Binding does land onto Kog'Maw. A little bit of poke damage from the rockets. It does get traded back. So relatively even trade in the bot lane. So not
Galio
too much.
Has a 0% ban, obviously,
Uh,
but he has a 1% pick rate.
1% pick rate. Holy cow.
And that 1% clearly seems to be good with him because he has a 51%.
Wow, that's pretty good. A lot of trading in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Both players losing a lot of health there. But that 51% win rate might be all Requiem needs at this point. As he will start to get tankier. He started at no magic mantle in the mid lane. And Garza Funk going head to head with Tickle Me Hobo. I hate these names. I hate these names so much.
Well, see, Galio's starting magic resist is actually a really good move because his passive converts total magic resist to ability power.
Mm-hmm. And that much
So
I do know.
Yeah, and so him being able to start that will not only counter out the Kale, and Kale just can't put down the amount of ability power damage. Granted, she does also deal some attack damage. It's not gonna just totally blow him up.
Yeah, well, I'll have to see how that works out. He doesn't have any potions. The Cocoon does miss from B Camp. He throws the ball to titling. Lots of damage goes down, but that doesn't execute one as Shelly is my mom shows from the jungle just to show some pressure. Pushes B Camp right back out of mid lane as Garza Funk is forced to back. He did bring TP, so he will be able to get there very quickly. And he does get a Doran's Ring on his first back. So, interesting item path here.
He's like, well, I don't want to get blown up completely, so let's get the defense first, and then the normal start later.
This is actually huge, is Requiem has the opportunity to freeze this bot lane, but they didn't actually get it because Nutrinks and Below Me bot lane were able to push that to tower. So really good of TDE to realize that they were going to get frozen on unless they push that to tower. So smart move by the bot lane of TDE. But Binding lands onto Braum. Not too much. The Thunderlord just procced as well. And still, noodle fight in the top lane. Not a lot of action much where else. Galio is slowly pushing towards the mid lane as Kale's going to come clear with his E. And pretty much a lull in the action everywhere. Rebelized gets caught out by Lulu a little bit. Thunderlord's procs with the Glitter Lance. Shelly's my mom shows her face, but not too much to worry about. Lots of damage onto Garza Funk. Galio returns it just as much. Binding again misses from Awesome Bill.
I'm a little sad to not have seen a level 1. We were a little spoiled last game.
Yeah, you say that. You got a first blood, within 1 minute. Cocoon misses from B Camp, unfortunately. No kill. Braum lands the Q, but Nutrink should be pretty safe farming as long as Morgana doesn't have her binding. B Camp. Her Nutrink should be safe. Jinx goes in for a little bit of trading. Still very even farm in the bot lane, so this Kog'Maw is not being set on the back foot at all as B-Camp is coming down for the gank. He is spotted. The Cocoon lands onto Braum. Binding lands onto Braum as well. The Chompers land onto Braum as well. Lots of damage. Flash goes down and he's still alive. Gets out of that for the cost of a heal and a flash. So, overall, worth for Requiem, however. They did not get the kill they were looking for on the Jinx.
Yeah, but if anything has told me anything about League of Legends, if you pop a flash, that's the big sign to the jungle saying, come gank me right now.
Galio. Kale actually pushes off her ult as well, just to stay safe in the lane. What the holy cow. Galio flash ultimate on the Kale, not expecting it. I can't say I was expecting it either.
I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah. Wow. Massive aggression from Galio, and still very even farm overall with a slight lead for Requiem.
Yeah, and that's basically just the beginning of how... I don't even understand how to say, like, how Galio's going to come and make a difference, because I don't know how much to make against Kale. And one thing I do know is that Lulu is roaming, and if she allows Mundo to stay up there and just farm and be Mundo and just stay up there and get tanky, then he could pose a problem later. And he does have his ultimate now, which he did back in TP out instead of waiting, getting his ultimate, and just popping his ultimate to heal all the way back up like a normal.
Like a normal Mundo.
So, normal Mundo would just be like, alright, well, I'm at 15% of my health, but I'm hitting level 6 in about one creep wave, so I'm gonna stay under my tower, get all the XP, and then just pop my ultimate.
Oh my, Galio! Deep dive into the jungle of Shelly's My Mom, pops the flash. And actually, at the cost of nothing, Galio is in an awkward position now, though. Kale starts to roam down. They do have vision with those wards, however. Really aggressive stance from Garza. Funk gets the flash of Shelly is My Mom. Now trading in the top lane. That Agony is whittling away at Lulu. The polymorph negates any further pressure of that actually going down. So Braum still does not have his flash at this point as well.
I wonder if it's safe to say that 1% of Galio picks is purely from Garzo Funk.
I highly doubt it. Anything's possible, but that is probably not possible. I mean,
it's only 1%. I mean, come on now. They probably rounded up anyways.
I mean, that's a big roundup if it's just Garzo Funk. He does have his Chalice. He should be really safe in lane. Elise B-Camp coming for that lane gank. He's not spotted as of yet. Elise lands the binding. Elise comes out of the bush, lands the cocoon. Boom, and Braum goes down to Jinx. First blood, gets excited. Lands some more damage on the Nutrinks, but overall, it's minimal, and Jinx picked up the first kill of the game.
Wow, this is the exact opposite from last game. First kill at 9 minutes instead of 9 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see as Mundo gets out just barely at the cost of a flash and an ultimate. So he will stay safe. He does not have TP, though, so will he stick around for that farm? Oh, Galio and Kale are still trading back and forth. Galio's getting really low here. He doesn't have an ultimate, or a summoner spell, rather, and Kale's going to get the 1v1 kill onto Garzo Funk. A little bit of too much over-aggression there. And now TDE are looking to take the Rift Herald. What is... Oh, nice binding from Awesome Bill. Land some poke. The Chompas do not land. But Awesome Bill takes a lot of damage for it. Braum procs a passive onto Jinx. The ultimate goes down. Misses the zap. Jinx does not get stunned from the Black Shield. Exhaust goes down onto Kog'Maw. The rockets are flying from Jinx, trying to chase them down. Does not get much more. The ooze comes out from Kog'Maw. The ultimate, the heal from ADC Navajo is going to keep him alive. And now, that's an exhaust and a heal burnt from Requiem's bot lane.
Yeah, so basically, right now, is one of the times where they just need to stay back. All they have is flash. They don't have heal. Kog'Maw, if he wanted to, just ultimates. Ultimates all day. How do you be a normal AD carry? You just pop ultimates on them. You make it rain.
He's going to have to make it rain to push these guys out of lane. The binding does land again. The zap hits Braum. His Q does not connect with Jinx, but rather a minion. And the farm's going to stay even in this bot lane. Incredibly even. Still 80, 90 CS evening out for both of them, although Jinx does have the kill. Garzafunk getting a little bit caught up by Kindred, and Kale does not have his flash yet. Dark Black Shield just goes down, but it's not enough, and Nutrix is going to pick up the first kill for his team, or the second kill rather for his team. And now trading in the top lane as well. Lulu does have that Rift Herald buff, the Doom's Eve. He's going to push Mundo under his tower with it. But 2-1 right now.
It's always a little funny just seeing, oh hey, here's the jungler invading my lane. I'm going to bot lane. Oh wait a minute, my bot lane is being pushed back too far. I'm about to get collapsed on. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah,
that's pretty much what happened to Garzafunk at that point. Lots of burst onto Shelly's mom from B camp. That's why I love Elise, especially early. The amount of pressure and damage she can do can just pull out like 40, 50, 60% of your health pool instantly. And she does have that Runic Echoes completed now, so... Or the, yeah, Runic Echoes completed on her jungle item, so... More trading in this mid lane. Garzafunk pops a shield. He's forced to run away as Kale is bullying him. Interestingly enough, as it was kind of a counter pick in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's the mid game for Kale, is where she's able to just pop her E and just go back like, hey, I'm range now.
Yep.
Screw you.
Yeah.
Haha.
Galio can't touch me, right? That's how that goes?
Can't touch this. Da na 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 na. Can't touch this.
You did the song, you even did the song wrong. What are you... Oh my god. Vasaga, we need to work a lot on some things with you.
Alright. Oh, you mean like me not being able to get out of work in time?
No. Like your song references. That's a big one. Not even no one can't touch this? That's huge. That's like a staple.
I did it right.
No, you didn't.
I did it right.
Oh, whatever.
There's can't touch this. Da na 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 na. Can't touch this.
Oh, you just did the no. You didn't even do the beat. Whatever. Okay, I guess you got it. Alright. Oh, we got it.
Boom. See?
Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm not entirely hopeless. Come on.
I didn't say you were entirely hopeless. At least it's going to find Shelly as Moon. Mundo's going to collapse, and he's going to get the kill up on the top. Shelly, his mom, getting caught out and unexpecting that with the pink ward up there in the top tri-bush. Aggressive stancing costs him his life. And B-Camp picks up the second assist for his KDA. Binding lands onto Braum. Yep. Thunderlord's Decree, thank you very much. Easiest proc of my life.
Thunderlord's Decree, when going against other teams, with all the nerfs and buffs that Riot has done to try and make Thunderlord's Decree not 9 out of 10 times, they did a good job where now the only time you really ever see Thunderlord's Decree is for poke in lane.
Yeah.
Past that, it doesn't really do much, like especially towards the mid game to late game team fights where it works only on one person. Past that, you're just a normal player. Whereas someone, say, I think Jax is someone who takes Fervor of Battle and has more on hit added on to his normal on hit insane attack speed.
Yeah, Zap does land on a Nutrix. A little bit of trading back here. The Braum passive goes down. Ultimate goes down. Black Shield on Navajos, keep him safe. Elise comes here. Teleport comes in from Draxkin, or Kale rather, and Elise is going hard onto Nutrix. He goes down. The ult Q's gonna take him easy peasy. Flash from Lulu's gonna keep her safe, and the ultimate. That was a 1-for-0 thus far for Requiem here. Both teleports were used, and Kale used her teleport in the wrong place at the wrong time as Galio's roaming down here. Now it's 5 people from Requiem on the bot side, and now they just look to back off and push their lanes.
I don't know if they'll back off given that Dragon is 12 seconds out, but I'm wrong. They are backing off. They do not care about that Dragon.
Well, they got the coverage of it. They got the wards. They don't necessarily want to risk a team fight there when they just used a lot to get Nutrix. But that is the target they were looking for on that pick and roam into the bot lane.
Yeah, starting off really well, but Kog'Maw, Nutrix already has his Ginsus now, so we're probably gonna start seeing him start to come back. As it looks like he's working on his Runon's Hurricane now, and then I'm pretty sure that after Runon's, the standard build for Kog'Maw now is to get Bork. Am I right?
Yes, it is the Bork. Get that extra.
And
damage.
so Bork is going to help on Mundo, which late game, like we were talking about, well, hopefully is where it's going to be coming into play. That the ultimate from Kalista. What am I doing? I can't speak.
Oh my god.
The ultimate from KO and the ultimate from Kindred. There we go.
There we go. We're getting there in the end, man.
Or gotta just sit there and allow him to just sit there and use his Bork and just whittle away the Mundo health, whittle away the Galio, and just hopefully be able to outlast the team fight with just the extra 6 seconds.
I'll have to see, because Requiem do have a very good comp to just kind of dive and deal with that Kog'Maw. They have the Elise, they have the Cocoon with that Elise, they have the bindings on Morgana, they have the Mundo who just dives and goes where he wants, they have the Galio taunt. So we'll have to see how these team fights start to go. So far we've just seen picks and whatnot. Catch out from B-Camp is going to get the better of that trade as Kindred has to pop her ultimate, and now B-Camp's in the awkward place at the wrong time, flashes away, tries to juke them, does not get the kill onto Shellya's mom, and now Mundo is there trying to pick it up, but he has to pop his ultimate to get away. Yeah.
Yeah. B-Camp was trying to be nice and sneaky there, going into the, flashing into the pit, using his repel to try and get back on top of the Shellya's mom, but Shelly responded back up.
Yep.
Like, oh hey, I'm not bronze. I'm not gonna go in there.
No thank you. No thank you. I do not want to deal with that. Oh, passive does not proc onto Morgana because of the black shield, but Kog'Maw just auto attack so quickly. That's pretty much an instant passive proc with his W by Arcane Barrage, or not that, but rather his W. As well as popping out his Bio-Arcane Barrage mid-fight. So this Braum passive might be incredibly well synergized with Lucian, but even still, this Kog'Maw with his W up is almost an instant proc. Oh, nice zap and binding from Morgana. Gets a lot of damage onto the Braum. Trading in the mid lane. Gonna pop his shield, throws out some spells. I don't know what the name is. The taunt goes down, and he does not get the kill. As Kale again gets the 1v1 kill onto Garzo Funk. Now 3-1.
What I'm pretty sure Garzo Funk needs to do is start popping his ultimate earlier.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Nunu where he's able to channel it up. Because right there he was able to just sit there, channeled it, and still dealt a lot of damage. Like it probably would have killed him.
Lots of damage, but no. Braum's gonna say, "Get away from me," and the rocket does not connect as Braum takes out B-Camp on the bot side. So thus far, 5-3, and a lot of pressure all over the map. But it does look like Requiem will have the pressure to take this tower, which means global gold for them, and still a very small lead for TDE, but probably only about 5,000 or 500 gold at that.
Yeah, it's one thing I enjoy just seeing is that yes, Requiem does have the 2 dragons, and yet TDE is the one that has the more gold just because they have that 2 extra kills, and they have, let's see, actually the only one who has more farm is their mid laner.
Oh, nice binding onto Kale. Does a flash from ADC Navajo, keeps him safe, but Shellya's mom instantly pops awesome build. Teleport coming out from both top laners here. Mundo goes in, he goes where he pleases. Lulu's on the backside. Flash in from Lulu keeps her away from the back line. But now heal is popped by ADC Navajo. Galio goes down, popped the ultimate from Shellya's mom. And just like that, it's 3 kills for TDE as the rest of Requiem are sent packing.
And that's what we were talking about when we started in, is Nutrients got so low there. But then the pop from the ultimate from Shellya's mom and says, hey, guess what? You're not gonna die today. You gotta sit here and auto attack. You gotta get that damage out. And he almost got the kill onto B Camp, but B Camp saw the ultimate from Kog'Maw and backed off and turned away. And that sheer turret shred, oh my god.
Yep, instant turret destruction, in all honesty. Misses the binding by so little. But still, right now, TDE have everything they need to win this game. Kog'Maw has 2-1-2. Requiem.
He has his Runons, he has his Ginsus. All he needs now is his Bork. And then he's pretty much going to be almost unstoppable from there. I don't think that Requiem has anything to really be able to get rid of him unless the Galio is able to get in and use his ultimate, get to the max damage, and then they pick B Camp off from there before the ultimates are used. But the ultimate from Shelly's mom only has almost about 2 minutes. Then the ultimate from Kale only has 1 minute, so they're gonna have a very small window in fights that most likely they're gonna lose the first one unless they play it really well. And going into the second one, when there are no ultimates to save him, that they're gonna have to really try and work it out, or maybe try to bait out the ultimates that would save Kog'Maw's life, and then go in immediately after that.
Yeah, I would have almost liked to see a Shen here on the side of Requiem. Get that taunt, but Mundo is caught out a little bit, throws a cleaver, gets slowed. The cocoon misses from B Camp. Zap does miss as well. And now it seems to be a 5v5 as TDE are split up slightly. Binding does miss from Awesome Build. This is just a very tense standoff here. Nutrix gets a lot of damage. Flash from Elise keeps her safe. Braum ultimate goes down, but it does not pick up anyone. Kale flashes to pick up B Camp. He goes down. Kindred goes in deep. The ultimate from Galio is popped as the taunt, but the ultimate from Kale keeps her safe and alive. Mundo's running to the wrong base as ADC Navajo and Awesome Build are on the backside just trying to run away from what they can. And Mundo looks like he's going to get away from it as TDE turns their eyes to the dragon right now.
And that's what we're talking about, is just how that team fight instantly went so one-sided. Just because they're split up, they could not get to pick off Nutrinks. And then, not only that, Tickle Me Homo is a force to be reckoned with himself. He has 200 farm, 5 kills, 4 assists, and no deaths. And Kale himself is just... Kale's a force to be reckoned with by herself. She can just walk in and just be like, hey, guess what? I'm here. I'm gonna kill you now. And you can't do anything about it.
Pretty much what she's been doing to the mid lane right now with Garzo Funk, just solo killing him over and over again, in all honesty. 0-5-0 Galio is not as potent as we would have liked to see. Unfortunately, this, I guess, potential counter is not working out in their favor.
One thing I do like seeing, though, is instead of going straight for the Bork like Kog'Maw would try to do sometimes, this Nutrink side, hey, they have a little bit of CC, so I'm going to pick up that Quicksilver Sash so I never get picked.
Yeah, that's a smart pickup from the Kog'Maw, knowing that if he gets hit by a Binding, if he gets hit by a Cocoon, he'll be safe. And they don't necessarily need to pop everything just to keep him alive through that Binding, so smart pickup from Nutrinks. I expect him to be going Bork next, just that Quicksilver Sash. Quick pickup keeps him safe if he does get an unfortunate Binding or Cocoon, so overall smart pickup here. Now there's a 5,000 gold lead for TDE, and now Requiem need to find their way back into this game.
Yeah, especially with them only having the bot lane out of tower, then they're not going to be able to push out well. Every lane other than bot lane seems to be pushing more in favor of TDE. Kale now has a red buff, so she's going to be able to slow you no matter what as she continues to auto-attack you. This is just starting to swing more and more just one-sided in favor of TDE.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how Requiem are going to get back into this. Kog'Maw with the Ginsus, with the Runans, with the Quicksilver Sash is going to be incredibly safe. And he's just plopping there and clearing the wave. That's so silly.
Hey, Calvar.
What?
Skins equal wins.
No, man. No. Skins do not equal wins. That's not how this works. I don't even understand that. Why do people think that? It doesn't exist. But now TDE are looking for a potential sneaky Baron here. They don't have any wards, but they do spot it out. They smell something in the water. Kale and Galio teleports are going down. But Kindred is tearing that apart with her damage. Mundo goes in onto the Braum, flashes away. Pops the ultimate, is going to stay awake for a little bit longer. Galio gets a pop onto Braum, but that's not who you want to go down. And Kindred ultimate's keeping everyone just slightly alive. Jinx gets excited, goes for the rockets, does get Nutrix, it looks like. Kindred goes on. Lulu goes down as well, and Nutrix, the Ionians, or Icothian surprise rather, is not going to pick off anyone as Requiem actually win a fight there. And B-Camp and ADC Navajo are exactly who they need to push towers. So this could be a big turn here for Requiem at this point. I apologize.
Was a big thing.
My shot call or my shout casting for play-by-play is not the best, but I'm doing my best, boys. That was a 5 for 3 right there, and they're gonna get 2 towers. It's a big swing for Requiem.
Oh yeah. What I was honestly laughing at the very start of that was the picks on Nutrix as he was hitting the Baron was going so fast. It was literally just a laser of picks.
Just a laser all over the place. That, you know, W is insane amount of attack speed and range from Kog'Maw. But they did stop the Baron. They got 5 kills for it and 2 towers, so incredibly worth.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and that
man.
might be exactly what Requiem needed to try and start getting back into this game.
Yeah. I mean, they were able to get back on there, and they did they all just piled into the Kindred ultimate, keeping them all alive as well, so a little bit of a unfortunate standpoint from this Kindred ult happening. All the CC lands onto Braum, but he'll be fine with his stand by me and his big shield. And now TDE look to pressure this mid tower. It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to go for that inhib as Requiem are going to successfully push them back. There's going to be a team fight here. It's just a tense of who's going to go for it and when's it going to happen.
I'm starting to believe that the Kindred ultimate is now going to have to be used in a very specific way. They can't just pop it down to save Kog'Maw, because if they do that and Requiem's close enough, like we just saw, they're just gonna say like, "Hey, we can use this one too. We're gonna whittle you down even more and just Jinx rocket you as soon as it ends."
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening right there. You know, you see the Runans from Jinx come out. They want to kind of match the Kog'Maw damage and roll the dice of everyone in that Kindred ultimate stays alive. They're gonna roll the dice and see who can get that lucky first attack after the Kindred ultimate goes down, I think. So we'll have to see how it's gonna go, but I think that's what they're going for, in all honesty. Lots of CC lands onto Braum.
I'm a little curious as to why Nutrix picked up a Vamp Scepter and then a pickaxe. If he was trying to go for the Blade of the Ruined King, why did he pick up the pickaxe?
He might be going for the Bloodthirster then, if that's the point, trying to get another shield on him just to stay safer.
But Bloodthirster doesn't use pickaxe, does it? I thought it was the BF sword and Vamp Scepter.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Brahmo goes down. Big zoning potentially nearly gets popped, but Elise able to repel most of the damage. The Super Mega Death Rocket does not connect. The cocoon lands onto Kindred. Multiple ultimates are popped, and she does not take much more damage, but she is still being chased. That is everything to save the wrong person, and Requiem can pressure this now. TDE have no more team fight ultimates. They don't have anything else to keep Kog'Maw alive. Every ultimate except for Kindred's was used in that fight. It looks like they're just going to take their third dragon and call it even, or not even. Yeah, they don't even want it.
That's the team fights that I was talking about. They need to win a team fight where they where TDE pops all their saving ultimates. I cannot speak today. It is not fun.
Jeez.
Where they pop all their saving ultimates, and then they go back in immediately after that and try to pick off Nutrix on the Kog'Maw. If they're able to do that, then they should be able to just win the team fight from there on out.
Oh,
As it looks like
potential
TDE
Baron.
wants to pick up the bear, and we might have a fight coming out.
Yeah, looks like both teams know what's happening. The Cocoon lands onto Braum, but Kindred does connect and get that Baron. Mundo's on the wrong side and nearly instantly goes down. Kale on the backside pops multiple elements. Jinx goes down. Elise goes down. And now Garzafunk is left running. He does not have anything, nothing left, but he does pop off Kale and Kindred as Kog'Maw gets a triple kill for his team. So that is a Baron up. Kog'Maw, Braum, Lulu. They're going to take towers and they're probably going to take the inhib right there.
Oh yeah, especially with that giant wave already there on top. That turret's down. The inhib turret is down, and possibly even the Nexus is down.
I don't know. 20 seconds is not a lot of time, but they will tear through this turret. Easy peasy. Kog'Maw's jumping. Oh my god, that turret just sits there and goes wow, wow, wee wo. And now they look to take that inhibitor. Binding does land, but Morgana is only a support and cannot do much more. And TDE take the first inhibitor of the game and the first Baron of the game.
And now we're up to a almost full 7k gold in favor of TDE.
Mm-hmm.
They have double the towers. Luckily, Requiem has double the dragons, but that doesn't really help that much.
No, it does
only
not.
At only two dragons, it does not help that much.
Yeah, not even a little bit. I mean, 6% is matched by TDE's own dragon, and only 2 dragons does not even mean more movement speed, as TDE are going to pick up their second dragon, so that is even right there. Now Requiem needs to find that team fight that they had earlier in the mid game that they didn't pressure. Uh-oh, ADC Navajo has to flash to get away from the kill. Teleport coming out from both members of Requiem here to meet in the mid lane after they take the top tower, just to deal with this Baroned up minions as Kindred is splitting the bot lane.
That was actually only a TP from Rebelize, as Garzafunk decided just a base.
Ah, okay. So he does have his
so
TP
Garzafunk still has his to possibly go back and pressure in anywhere else they need. But right now it's still in the favor of going on to TDE. That's what the pickaxe is for, is to go ahead and finish off the Mercurial. Actually, I thought built a BF sword as well.
Ah, okay. So he didn't actually need to finish that off, but he did go for the Merc Scimitar for the extra damage. And MR, along with that safety, it was actually buffed and does quite a bit more than it has in the past, so no surprise there. But now, split push is the name of the game from TDE as they're pressuring both mid and bot turrets. Rockets go down, Glitter lands, Kog'Maw places his turret right where he wants to, nearly halves that turret. It's nearly at 25%. The Cocoon does not land flash from Lulu, keeps her safe. And the engage does not go down for Requiem. They just cannot get it to happen and work for them. Now Kale on the bot side as well, going to get some damage onto the Moon Node. Baron has expired at this point, so there's no more real pressure here. It's still a split push 4-1 for mid and bot lane. TDE continuing this pressure in the mid lane. They're not going to get too much more in there. Jinx has the wave clear that the team needs on Requiem with the Rockets, with the Runans. And they're just buying time for that top lane to push into Requiem's base and force someone to go clear it.
And then Requiem doesn't have much wave clear at all. With the Galio pickup in the mid, yes, it was kind of a counter.
The engage goes down though. Galio flashes, taunts in with the ultimate. Kale goes down, Kindred ult goes down, Braum ult goes down. Lots of damage going traded back left and right. Binding lands onto Braum. He goes down, but not before Mundo and Galio go down. Jinx gets excited, gets 3 kills, triple kill. But meanwhile, Kale is in the bot side getting that Nexus tower. It looks like they are pushing for that last tower and possibly the Nexus. Kale is going for the Xpeke here, and it looks like she might get it. The binding does not land flash from her, keeps her safe, and she's gonna do it. She has so much attack speed, and bam! TDE get the Xpeke with Tickle Me Homo 35 minutes into the game. Wow! After Requiem won the team fight that they needed to win, Tickle Me Homo got that amazing Xpeke and took the game. Holy Toledo!